Hey guys, and hey everyone in the premiere, welcome back to another video. And today this is an update on Bertha, so let's get into it. So it has 30 miles per hour, and so this is the cone. So it is expected to dissipate 2 p.m. Thursday. And flash flooding potential now is like red, 20% moderate. So the parts where it made landfall, it is now 10% slight, and then out on the outskirts of it, it's 5% marginal. So right over here is around where Bertha is right now. It is in Virginia, and that is where the most flooding could possibly happen. The U.S. potential rainfall, the highest we see right now is about 4 to 6 inches of rain in Virginia, and that is around the parts where it might flood. And so this is the wind history as a tropical storm, and so it has a record. Bertha became a tropical storm, and it made landfall less than 2 hours. So that is very interesting. And again, this is the second preseason storm. So this season is going to be very interesting. And in fact, we might have 3 preseason storms, because Typhoon Tip NSR said something about it, about a tropical wave forming probably into a subtropical depression. So we could take a look at that. But first, we are going to look at the effects that Bertha had. So the strongest it was 50 miles per hour and 1,004 millibars, and it affected Florida, South Carolina, and North Carolina. And the damage is currently unknown, and no deaths. So yeah. And just to update the seasonal forecast, the SMN predicts 15 to 19 named storms, 7 to 9 hurricanes, and 3 to 4 majors. The UKMO on May 20th, 2020 predict 13 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 majors. Now I think this might be updated because it has the little star. And then the NOAA predicts 13 to 19 named storms, 6 to 10 hurricanes, and 3 to 6 majors. And so far this year, we had 2 named storms, which is record-breaking. And especially, it's before the season actually started. These are the 2 tracks so far of this season. This is Arthur, that is Bertha. And we had 2 depressions and 2 total tropical storms. And this season is expected to become really active. Right now, Bertha is active, but it might dissipate tomorrow or later. This is the satellite imagery of Tropical Depression Bertha, and it is moving a bit quickly. But heavy rains are expected for like South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and some other areas around that. So that is the satellite imagery. Let's see if we can see it So here it is. That is the center of the storm, as it is moving 15 miles per hour. But it is really cloudy in these areas, and obviously heavy rain. So yeah, so we are now going to look at the spaghetti models of Bertha. Here is one map of spaghetti models of Bertha, and we see most of it, or some of it at least, expecting it to stay on land, and then some of it, I think 4 of these models predict it going like surviving even longer and going like out. Who knows? This is the second spaghetti model, and obviously they all predict it to be weak, but as it gets up here, they all predict around 990 to 1,000 millibars. And then some models predict 980 to 990 millibars. So we could see that a couple of days ahead. Now, some models predict it curving back down and then dissipating. Some models agree that it could possibly just keep on going straight. Last but not least, another spaghetti model. So, again, it predicts the same thing, except one model predicts it going over here, but then going northwest. So, we could see what it will look like in the days up ahead. So, of course, most of the models predict it staying as a tropical depression, but for some reason, this weird model, AEMI, predicts it a tropical storm. I don't know if that will become a tropical storm, but what I am going to say is I think it is going to stay as a tropical depression. You know what? There's no things. It is going to stay as a tropical depression, so I don't even know why that is like. I don't know why that is there. So this is the model. It shows a tropical depression or subtropical depression right in the middle of the Atlantic, and then you see an Eastern Pacific storm, which could possibly form in the next couple days. And then you see another tropical storm, you see another tropical storm forming, which that might be Cristobal, or however you want to pronounce it. Cristobal. So that storm might form right there. And then you could see some Eastern Pacific storm interfering with Atlantic storm. And then it becomes a tropical storm. It hits Cuba. And then it affects Florida. Surprisingly, this model is like predicting it a category 3 hitting Louisiana. I don't know why they're predicting that, but let's go deeper into the models. So we could see, this is a bit faster, but you could see a strong tropical storm down there, and then an Eastern Pacific storm interfering, and then hitting Cuba, and then you see that storm. I do not know why they're showing this, but we need to keep an eye out on the next couple weeks on a possible storm that could possibly hit Louisiana, because a couple of times this model shows it. Let's go to yesterday. That past storm might be Dolly, but so this is yesterday, so it's going to show Bertha, but I need to show you guys something. So right here might be a subtropical depression, and then you see this storm once again. No surprise. So you see the storm once again, it circles, and then it hits the Yucatan Peninsula, and then you see this, and then you see another tropical storm. So that hits Louisiana. But let's go near the ending of this. So you could possibly see 2 storms at the same time. This is June 8th. So that is very surprising, especially if it's earlier in the season. Now we could see a possible La Nina this year, so let's check it out. So this is water temperatures for for June, and it is fairly warm. It is warmer than average, warmer than last year. This is July. It gets even warmer with that little cold spot right there. It could be pointing fingers to a storm, but I'm not saying anything just because of this. So whoever's watching this premiere, just stay calm. But the Gulf is really warm, which we could see some possible storms in the Gulf and in the MDR, the main development region. It is fairly warm. Now this is August. We see even warmer waters in the northeast. So, like, maybe a storm there, I don't know. But it gets a bit cooler in the main development region and the Gulf. But as we go into September, it gets cooler. But it's still like warmer. It's still like warm, like still like really, really warm, like in the northeast. And then October, it obviously it gets cooler in the Gulf. So I did hear that there will be a La Nina, and it said later, and I can already see the La Nina starting in like September, November. Like you see warmer waters, like in the north, and then this is November. Oh wait, we already saw that. And then this is December. It is really warm for some reason in the North Atlantic. My gosh, it is really warm, but yeah. And then this is January 2021. It is obviously really hot up here, which we can see that. And then February, and wow, that is warm. I don't know why, but it's warmer off the coast. So we could see a La Nina later this year. And yeah, guys, this is a really long video. I hope you guys enjoy this premiere. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, and like and comment. Yeah, bye.